This year, the district has made many difficult decisions because of the budget cuts. Danielle Zukowski took a closer look at the challenges that this is bringing and the decisions being made.
This year has been the most difficult year for Hempfield's administrative team to balance the budget. I sat down with Superintendent Dr. Brenda Becker to discuss how this year's challenges were addressed.
And if we could just back off a little bit in a few areas across the board, then overall we are still keeping a very viable and a very rich program of both classes and extracurricular activities for our students. We're in the process of determining which teaching positions will not be filled, because it is much easier to save money, and you save much more money when you don't fill a position rather than trying to furlough someone or lay someone off. Before we made any cuts, the first thing we did was we cut back all of our administrative budgets. So all of us here in the district office took a look at our own budgets and cut back from where we had been in previous years.
Activities that were cut include the high school fall play, one middle school theater production, transportation to away football games for the marching band, and middle school lacrosse, as well as the decrease in the number of middle school basketball teams.
The reason that we chose the fall play is because most high schools have 2 theatrical productions. Most of them have a fall play and a spring musical. Here at Hempfield, we're unique in that we have dance theater. So when we looked at the numbers, there were a significantly higher number of students who participated in dance theater and the musical than they did in the fall play. We looked at the fact that at band competitions, our band members are the stars of that event. It's all about the band. Whereas at the football games, it's really all about the football team. And so we felt that if we had to cut back somewhere, it was better to cut approximately 5 away football games in terms of transportation than it was to take the competition band away. With basketball, again, a little bit more of a unique situation. Basketball at the middle school level was the only team out of all the sports we have that had a separate Centerville and Landisville team. And now we are going to have one, what I will call a varsity middle school team and a JV middle school team.
In order to help cover the price of costly extracurriculars, the board is looking to increase the activity fee.
And in many cases, these were in the $400 to $900 per student range. So when you look at how much the student is paying for a participation fee, it does not come close to covering the cost of that for that student, but we felt it's still a contribution that helps.
Dr. Becker elaborated on the topic of increasing the school tax.
We had the index that was assigned to us this year, and that's by a complicated calculation that they do at the state level. They decided our index for this year is 2.4%. That means we can raise taxes to 2.4% without going to referendum and having the whole community vote on this.
Hempfield School District was able to apply for exceptions when attempting to raise the tax.
But although we had been granted the exceptions, the board has decided that in fairness to our taxpayers in the community, they were going to stay at the 2.4% and not go higher than that. So that is what they're looking at for a tax increase. I really attribute everything that we've been able to do thus far to a real community collaborative effort here at Hempfield. I think we're very, very fortunate. I've worked in a number of other districts, and I have never worked in another district where there was so much of a sense of pride and caring about the school district and the students and its programs as I have seen here.
The school board and administrative team at Hempfield are continuing to work on the budget deficit. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Danielle Zukowski.